The southeast will have the Frankston line free of 27 level crossings. The final 9 level crossings from Hyatt to Seaford will have new rebuilt stations at Hyatt, Parkdale, Mordialloc, Aspendale and Seaford, predominantly as Skyrail. With Mordialloc Station, our question about this is the stabling yards at the down end of the station, but Labor has stated it will then be able to close Bear Street so the rail will be lowered back to the ground in time for the stabling yards. Liberal, on the other hand, have only agreed to match 3 of those level crossing removals if elected. Those are the level crossings near Hyatt Station and Warrigal Road at Mentone. Labor has promised to make the Sunbury line level crossing free up until Sydenham by 2025. Whilst that does include the Gap Road level crossing, which at the time of recording is under construction. Labor has also announced an extra 8 level crossings will be removed by the year 2027 on the Upfield line, 7 in Brunswick and the 8th in Parkdale. From completion, Parkfield to Coburg will be completely free of level crossings. A bike path is set to be made available from Bell Street to Park Street, called the Upfield Bike Path. On the Sunbury and Upfield lines, Liberal haven't announced anything about level crossing removals. They have, however, announced the level crossing at Diamond Creek on the Hurstbridge line and 3 level crossings on the Glenwaverley line, the first being the Transco at Kooyong Station, plus the other 2, one at Taronga Station and the other at Glen Iris Station. But knowing Liberals, these will probably be trenches. They haven't announced it, I'm just going off what Liberals say. Cheaper and safer. The Cranbourne to Clyde line extension announced by the Liberals with the early proposal will add 2 extra stations at Cranbourne East and Clyde. As there are old level crossings along the plan stretch and old 6-track level crossings would be removed before the line extension even opens. With the extension, if it was to happen, Cranbourne Station will get an upgrade, which is already being rebuilt due to the Cams Road level crossing being removed. The Liberals have also proposed a Frankston to Baxter line extension, mainly because of the infrequent Stony Point services which already services Baxter. It would add just that little bit more frequency at Leeuwarra Station and Baxter, the new terminus of the Frankston line. One thing to consider is in 2018, the promise Labor made was to electrify the network up until Melton, but it can still be delivered as it is a proposal and work must be done first before it can be electrified.
Well, as this is already a project, I just want to mention it because the debate is where the terminus of the line would be. Labor has proposed it would be an overground terminus, where Liberal and Melbourne Airport themselves don't agree.
One of the first things announced was by the Liberals. They will cut fares to $2 per day for full fare or $1 for children concession, seniors, etc. Labor, on the other hand, hasn't, at the time of recording, announced anything as part of Metro fares. They have announced they'll make V-Line ticket prices Metro fares. So instead of $13.80 in the peak for an adult to go to Geelong, it will be $9.20 capped, and then $4.60 for children concession. That is if you do it every day. The LNP has announced a $150 million overhaul of Melbourne's bus network to boost frequencies in the east and north. Liberal candidate for Wendouree, Samantha McIntosh, announced a $1.3 million extension to extend the Ballarat Tramway Museum track by 1 kilometre. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Victransport and also Victransport.